Welcome to Perth's #1 podcast. You're listening to the Jamo and Dylan Show.
Yeah, we're on the way to Dunsborough. Little mad trip with the boys. We're celebrating.
G'day guys and welcome back to the Jamo and Dylan Show. It is episode 171 and we have a very special guest all the way from Sydney. Olan, welcome mate.
Thanks for having me, man. I love what you guys do, so a pleasure to be here, man. I've been watching you guys for a while, man. You guys have been doing your thing.
You've been doing yours too, bro.
Trying.
From Luton, come to Australia, take it over.
Yeah, slowly. That's the plan.
How was your flight, mate?
Oh, you know what? It wasn't too bad. It was like 6 hours. You forget how big Australia is.
Oh, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my boys are saying that as well. Like 6 hours when I'm in England is like you're going to Greece, you're going to different countries. Like I'm still in Australia, just on the other side, and now it's like super hot.
First time, eh?
First time in Perth, man.
I would say, what do you think? But we got you pretty early. You've only been here like 2 hours.
Yeah,
or
landed.
right?
Landed. I was like, yep. Let me hop on. But hopefully you'll see some TikToks coming out soon of my opinions
In
on
the
Perth.
spots?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can teach you a bit about Perth because we've lived here for 23 years.
Yeah, I can get some info from you guys.
Yeah, we'll give you this. Well, we were talking before, Northbridge, you'll see some crazy stuff there.
There's a
Perth
bit of a
CBD.
rivalry. So there's a river that separates north and south. So I know in London there's like northeast, southwest. There's a bit of a rivalry. Same here. Not like an aggressive rivalry, but it's just
north
like
versus south.
So
underlying.
it's like, is any area like nicer or is it like doesn't?
The thing is there's nice north and nice south.
Oh,
So-
got you. So it's
so
balanced.
Yeah, it is.
By the river, north and south is both like prime area.
Yeah.
And then obviously the further you get out, the less nicer it gets. North and south.
That's fair enough.
But that's the way it is.
But yeah, no, it's a pleasure to have you on. Let's get stuck into the show, Dill. Should we just
do
go straight into who's punching?
Yeah, this is exciting. You
Oh gosh,
I reckon let's
you know
do
what,
it
like I
early.
said, I was saying this off air that I've been watching you guys who's punching for like 2 years, and it cracks me up every time. And you guys were telling me some stories about it. So yeah, I'm down to do a bit of who's punching.
Normally we leave it to a bit later, but we thought, with our guests now, we want to incorporate more of our show into it because recently we've been doing it too much of like an interview. We want to keep it as like our
Yeah,
show.
that's what you should do. Like
For
it
sure.
should be me coming into you guys' world. Do you know what I mean? So
And that's what we're doing today, straight into who's punching. Dill.
No one's getting taken down. This is going out. I don't care if you hate it. That's not anymore, bro.
All right, let's go.
First one. Settle a debate between me and the missus. Both of us think we're better looking than the other. All right. That's photo one. What do you reckon?
This is difficult, to be honest. All right, show all then.
Ooh,
I know, bro. See, sometimes it's close.
that's
like this.
actually
It's hard because like
that is a hard one. Show
We
me
kind
another
of like
one.
the soccer score, so
Yeah.
we go like 0-0 at the moment.
Yeah.
maybe.
I reckon they're both playing in the same league currently, but
He's got the buzz cut here.
okay, all right. It's difficult. Do you reckon his buzz cut's a little bit too far back?
yeah,
I might give her the 1-0.
Do you know what it is? If you know, I always do it in football terms. He's like championship and she's like prem.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay,
like
all right.
there's not a huge difference,
Yeah.
but there's a slight gap.
I'm giving her 1-0 already.
Okay, 1-0. Fashionistas, look at this. Okay, they're both looking tidy here.
They're fashionable.
Yeah.
He's back. That's his. I think he's up there on that.
You
That's a
taking him?
1-1. Yeah.
1-1.
You
right?
liking the comeback?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel that.
Oh, that's actually. I was expecting something different, but they're pretty
the
similar
final-
the last
levels.
one,
This is a
bro.
tough one.
The decider. It's 1-1.
I reckon he looks a bit better there.
Ooh.
Personally, I reckon he might have just edged that.
He does look good there. He gives me English vibes.
Yeah, he does.
They
He
got to
does.
be a UK couple, right?
He looks like an Essex lad. Almost.
We do have a lot of English listeners.
Yeah, he looks like an Essex lad. Essex lad goes out.
Should we just give him the win?
I
So you reckon he's nicked it late?
I reckon he's nicked it.
It's like an
lad.
FA Cup game, and then the
damn.
championship team nicks one in the 93rd.
Yeah. No, that's a close debate. That's
That was
not
a good
even
one.
You two doing your thing. Keep it up, man. The
Fashionable,
the couple
yeah.
fashion couples. I love that.
All right, moving on to number 2. Sometimes we like dropping the names. Like some people like it. Some people don't.
when you put their names.
Yeah. So this one
That actually makes it better when you know their names because
Yeah.
then you're like,
All right, they just settle this.
yeah, let's go.
Picture number 1.
Oh, that's easy. He's punching. He's 100% punching, and the heights helped him there. Because
Yeah,
if he's below 6 foot, he's not He's not.
Nothing?
He's not bagging it. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah, I mean,
Because we had this conversation, like sometimes you do get, they're really tall, but they got nothing, right? And it's the
but
height that's helping.
The height has helped him there a lot.
yeah,
For
no, look,
sure.
she's got a nice tan, dressed nicely, and yeah, she wins that.
one.
That's 1-0.
We reckon a bit goofy there.
Yeah. She's definitely one. That's another. That's 2-0. You know, he's looking smart, but I reckon he's definitely punching.
Goofy, eh?
Smart and goofy, yeah.
Yeah.
She look at her looking up to him though. That's like,
She
she
can't see
adores.
properly the face, I swear, you know?
Yeah, Dyl says that. If the guy's too tall, the girl can't see him properly.
That's what I reckon, bro.
Too much distance.
Yeah, he's done well, mate. He's done fucking well. I'll give him that. I will give him that.
He looks happy.
Yeah.
Oh,
be
bro,
happy.
of course he's happy.
He's probably got a good personality, you know.
Okay,
Cracks
and last
jokes.
one. So it's 3-0 at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's looking like a giant here, bro. I think that's just that that
He looks big
foreground.
there. We might give him a draw for that one.
Oh, just help him
Okay.
out?
Yeah,
I feel you.
I reckon just help him
All
out.
right.
I reckon help him out there.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying 4-0.
But he's no mercy until
No.
just
But
fucking-
I respect what he's doing. And that's the thing. Like Dylan and I, we've said before that we're both punching. So when we see someone else doing it, we respect it.
yeah, it's like I see you two. You done well, my friend.
But
Yeah,
that-
we're
that-
all out here, bro, hustling, you know?
That was like Prem and
It's all power to you at the end of the day if you are punching. It's
Yes.
not a bad thing. If you're a guy and you're punching, it's like
you're doing things right.
you've got something about you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So,
Personality,
I don't
big
think
dick,
I don't-
who knows?
One of the two.
Or height. You got
Oh,
three
yeah,
things
sorry.
to pick from. All right, please settle the debate for me and my boyfriend. Picture number 1. Bit of awkward flash there, but we do have a few after.
Ooh. He's giving me Tarzan vibes.
Okay.
Tarzan.
Like a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
You want to
yeah,
see his
yeah.
shirt ripped off? Or?
Wait, pause. I reckon that could be a draw.
Keeping that
All right,
0-0.
all right. Let me
Yeah,
have
I
a
might
look.
keep that 0-0 for me. It's
Okay.
not.
I get the Tarzan vibes.
I get
for
it.
You
Sure.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Good looking couple.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
That's at a nightclub.
See what we're
That's for
working with
sure,
here.
Out and about.
Out and about at a nightclub. His hair's not doing it for me there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he needed to fix the trim a little bit. Swag could go a little bit better there. I reckon there he's probably punching
Okay. All
in
right.
that position, in that picture there.
I'd agree with that.
I'd agree with that. She knows her angle. She's got the pose going.
Yeah, she knows her angle. She
She knows
knows
what
she
she's
knows how to
doing,
play
for
the
sure,
camera there
for
as well.
sure.
So
Yeah, okay.
there, yeah, that's
She's up 1-0.
1-0.
to her.
And we've got one photo to go.
A little bit of zoom in on that one.
All right.
That's looking like at a 21st or something for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Those
that's-
balloons in the background, you know?
He looks startled. She. I don't reckon. I reckon that's a bit of a draw there. When he does the Tarzan vibes in the hair, it's.
So you think it's not far off?
Yeah, I reckon he
yeah.
pulls it off there. That one again for me. I don't want to sit on the fence, but I'm going
Though sometimes you have to.
0-0 again.
Okay. So, if you sat on the fence, and she won 1, that's a 1-0 win.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she gets up. Like you said, the Tarzan
Yeah,
vibes
I don't
definitely
think
helps.
he's not doing the best.
You know what?
there.
If he undid another button, that would have
Bang.
been a win.
There you go.
that first
sure.
photo, he's killing it.
That's
you
what
know?
I'm saying. Yeah.
But again, he could have won that one with the button under.
With
He
that
just
button
needs a little
Because
bit.
he
of-
only has one.
You gotta
Maybe
lean
we're
into your
yeah.
lane. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what he's got to do.
Send he should send in 3 months, and we'll see. Maybe he'll.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, he'll send in as soon as this comes out. An hour later, he'll have
He'll
all
start wearing
buttons down.
buttons. Yeah.
Yeah, love
Because he had a good skin tone, good complexion. Show it off, mate.
All right,
decent.
last one.
All right.
Here's our who's punching. Be brutal. I know
See,
some people.
when
What do you mean,
say,
be brutal,
I
bro?
don't know. Some people just like I don't know what it is.
That's
bro.
that's what
people
they said
are
on the
sick
picture.
in the head, man.
All right, cool, man. You asked for it.
Okay, this one's a bit.
dark
The
photo.
lighting's not great, but we do have 2 more.
Okay.
Be brutal there. I'm gonna need
no-
another one
There's
Yeah,
no
right.
because
deformity.
I'm not
or
gonna.
anything,
I don't know who's punching.
Let's
there.
cut out this photo. We'll move on to the last 2. Okay.
Okay, we got a little in front of the river or something.
Okay, cool.
Nature shot.
See, that neck is, I don't know if she can see up there. It's one of them ones. It's one of them ones. The neck needs to come
he
down.
asked me this, bro.
It's got to come down a little bit. But the shirt, again, the shirt's not fitted. The pants aren't fitted either.
So you're
See,
not.
I haven't seen it yet, but
I
I'm
need it. I
expecting-
need it to be fit. So there, he's definitely
He
punching.
needs to step up.
Yeah, a little bit. That's what I would say. But The watch is nice.
Okay.
I'm expecting a giraffe. I haven't seen the photo yet.
Yeah, that is a long neck. God damn, bro.
He's like a reverse Lego character.
Got them slip-ons too.
Okay.
It just needs a little bit of fine tuning, but there he's definitely punching there.
He
Yeah,
does need
no,
some
he
fine
is.
tuning. Yeah.
He is.
We got
Yeah.
one more. It feels like the comeback's not on, but
No?
what do you reckon, Jamo?
I think like in his face, it's okay. There's less neck here because he's got a hoodie.
There
wrapped
is less neck
around.
there.
Oh, okay.
Where's
think-
that? That looks like a festival to me.
Yes, I
Yeah,
agree.
Day
there's neck
out.
there.
It looks like deception though because he's covering half that neck.
Yeah,
He knows what he's doing,
He knows what he's doing. I would go for a draw there.
Do you think she still takes it?
Yeah, she
Yeah, 1-0.
probably still takes
That's
it.
the problem with a
So,
lot of guys. They
a
don't
lot-
find their zone.
Yeah.
You know? Like they don't
hard.
find.
These guys are young though. They're still finding their feet. You know,
Yeah.
still figuring it out in the first team. I get it.
We'll check them when they're 25, mature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
yeah.
go. You kind of need this though.
Yeah.
When you're growing up, when you're going through, you need to find out.
We're doing
what,
a good
what your
thing.
lane is. Exactly.
Helping
We're
people.
helping you man out.
It's like they've come straight out of the academy.
Exactly.
They're fresh.
Straight out of the
They're green
academy,
ballers.
fresh out of the academy. You know, this is a first team debut, and they're not really sure whether they're attacking or defending.
The girls have been in the first team for a couple of years.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, they
Girls
get
always
it
advanced.
together quicker,
They're
bro.
always
Yeah.
advanced.
Yeah.
That's like I remember when I was in year 7 and like I was half the size of the girls because they just grew. And
so
I didn't grow till I was like 16.
Yeah, so he was.
When did you grow? Young?
Yeah, to be fair, I hit 6 foot early, like 13, 14.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, early. I was
Yeah.
like skinny, tall, like proper early 13, 14. So
What school like? Did you go to school in UK?
yeah, UK
What's it like
school,
there? Is it good?
brutal, mate. My area, probably a fight every day.
Right.
Real.
Fight every day between different schools. If you make it out, you make it out. One of them ones. But it was good.
Luton, right?
Luton.
What's
Where
it-
Andrew Tate's from. So.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's
Oh, that's true, actually,
I don't know
hey.
if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, that's what I tell everyone. That's where he's put it on the map.
I support Southampton in the Premier League.
Do you?
Yeah,
How the fuck did that happen?
Well, there was a player called Manolo Gabbiadini.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I loved him on FIFA, right? And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to follow his career. So he was in Italy and then got his shot in the Premier League. Went to Southampton, scored like 6 in his first 4 games. Like it was a blistering start. And then he got injured and, went back to Italy, right? But I still had this love for Southampton.
Yeah.
So I've just followed. They're probably going to go down
Tough,
this year.
yeah, he's going
but
down, bro. I think.
Yeah, they're not doing
Southampton's
well.
a tough team to support because it's
Yeah.
like it's never up or down. It's like you
It's
guys are always
in the middle.
surviving,
Yeah.
always surviving. but-
Maybe not anymore. But on Luton, our manager just came from Luton Town.
Oh really?
Yeah, and like did quite well for them.
what's his name?
Nathan Jones.
Yeah. I know.
But he said some bad things lately.
He's an
About
interesting
Southampton?
character,
Just
eh?
about the club, about some players, and I'm not happy. So we'll see what happens, but it is what it is.
It's wild these days. Managers are in and out like that, bro.
I know it's insane. It's a brutal
Loyalty
industry.
to
Yeah,
on these days.
the EPL is a brutal industry in general, man. We'll see what happens with the City situation as well. So
Yeah, that's
it's
insane.
interesting.
What are you thinking?
I reckon I want them to get banned. Honestly, I want them to go
Because
down.
they got away with the Champions League one.
They got away with that because it was so long
too
ago.
long ago. I heard about
But
that.
what I heard
It's
is
not
that
fair.
I heard that Pep was not Pep, Mancini, which was obviously
Yeah,
when the
yeah.
first year they won it. They were paying him through another club in Abu Dhabi, bro, like another club that they owned.
Nah, that's ridiculous.
That's mad.
Yeah.
He's got. They need to be sanctioned.
That's like money laundering.
It literally is.
Yeah. Well, if they've been charged 100 times,
100 times, bro.
So you want to see them go down to what championship?
Nah, to be fair, when being honest, I'd love to. I just want them to be deducted points for the next like 5 years. Just
Okay.
deduct them 30
Okay.
points for the next.
so they're
5
never
years.
making. They're not making Europa League. Nothing.
Can you
No
imagine Man
conference.
City just like battering
11th
teams,
forever.
but just 11th, 12th for the next 5 years? 100%. I'm a fan of that.
I hope they take the titles away. I go for United. I wouldn't mind 3, bro.
Oh man, it'll be so.
I'll take them, bro.
weird if
It's like
they-
a yucky.
Because it'll hurt them. Imagine that. You're
It would hurt
The
them,
Liverpool will get a few.
Yeah,
Will you
Liverpool
you
get a
guys, would you
few.
get one? You won a few in between there.
I think like the
You got a
last
few
we
proper
won. We
ones.
actually won one, but then I think it was United second,
Ah, yeah.
Liverpool second for a while. I don't think
I
we've
wouldn't mind
been
some
in-
extras.
Yeah.
We haven't won anything
That'd be
forever,
insane.
bro.
I'd love to see how it all.
There's got to
How
be
it all
some
pans
action
out.
this
I
time
wonder
because
when
they
it
just
will
get
happen.
away with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, is it going to take years, like, or are they going to
reckon
be
it
on
will.
it?
You reckon?
I reckon it'll take because it's such a huge sanction, like 100 sanctions or whatever. It's
Yeah.
going to take a long time.
And
We're not
they've
going to
been-
get a verdict till like next year.
I've been investigating it for years as well.
That's great. I always think like, why did they choose to come out with it now?
Yeah.
Do you
Maybe
know?
that- yeah, like
I always think
100
when
is
there
a
was like
lot.
30 charges, you know what I mean?
Hey, why don't we? No, we're gonna wait for it to pile up over
Get to
10
100.
years.
Maybe they
Bang.
just kept like finding things. Like, okay, 1 week they found like another 5 sanctions, then another.
While they're just
Pep
up there winning
Pep
leagues.
also said
and-
that like he always speaks with the board and stuff, and he said like he always, because you know when there's other stuff that came up about the UEFA league, he was like, tell me the truth and I stay. If you tell me a lie, I go. So
Yep.
this time he might just go because he said if they lie to him, he's just gonna leave.
Just like a girl, bro. They lie to you.
Yeah, don't
Out
lie.
the door.
Always tell nothing but the truth.
Shit.
It's crazy. What were you mentioning before about Chappelle? A bit of a-
So the Chappelle show, I'm not sure if anyone listening to this went to the Chappelle show. Maybe you guys can
Didn't
send
go,
it in
Yeah.
and give us the verdict there. But I went to the Chappelle. I'll show you, or I'll tell you about like how it went down. So the Chappelle show in Sydney, right?
You go?
I went to the
good?
one in Sydney. It was fucking sick. Probably one of the best shows that I've been to. But you can't take your phone in. Like you got to put your phone in I can't remember what it's called, a fundle or something. It locks. Put it in.
I've
and then
seen there's primary schools and high
Yeah,
schools.
you
that
have
have
wait,
that
it
now.
locks?
It locks.
Like a
So-
case?
Yeah, so you kind of like put it in this like foam case. It locks. It goes in your pocket and you can't open it until you get outside the arena at the end of the show. So it's fucking...
No one's filming.
So that's what I'm saying. There was no filming, which is why it's word of mouth about the Perth thing. But apparently there was 2 bogans fighting in the crowd.
That sounds like a Perth thing, eh?
Yeah, and then he just like called the show and just left.
Oh, really?
Oh, shit.
That's what I heard. So, but people that from Perth let us know.
Do lots of people shouting out at the Chappelle show?
Yeah.
We've been to a few and they're always like over here it's the filthy bogans just screaming
But the thing
shit,
is,
bro.
But in the Sydney one, like people were shouting out, but it wasn't. But when they were telling the jokes, no one was like like yelling like random stuff like that. No.
We've been to a few and they keep trying to tell the same joke all night. They keep shouting out the same thing to
There
get
was
that
a-
laugh from the crowd.
There was a middle-aged woman at the Frenchie show. We watched Frenchie in
Oh, yeah,
Perth.
sick. They love French over here, don't they?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
they go nuts
It
for
was
it, bro.
electric. Like it was the best comedy crowd I've ever been in. Right, it was great. But this one middle-aged woman just wanted to fuck him.
Like actual fucking like.
Yeah, but like she was just saying outrageous things to get his attention while he was telling jokes.
That'd be so annoying.
So he was like,
Yeah, like
he
ruining
kept
the
his cool. To
punchlines
be
and
fair,
shit.
he handled it pretty well. But like security needed to kick her out like way
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
because it's like the way they tell the jokes is like you're almost ruining their flow.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
They're in the middle of a joke and you're yelling something out, and they can still hear that, but they're trying to continue to finish the joke, which is the hard thing. I always think comedians. I think it's one of the hardest jobs there is
I
out there.
agree. Yeah.
Because even when I'm thinking back to the Chappelle show, right, the guy that came on first, we've been sitting there for maybe half an hour, 45, waiting for Chappelle to come out. This guy comes out, 25,000. No one knows who he is. By the end of it, like we're all like laughing, cackling, saying, "Oh, this guy's pretty funny."
Right.
I'm like, that is fucking hard.
coming out someone else's show.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
ran it. The crazy thing is, I ran into that guy the next day at the beach, and I was like, "Bro, you did a fucking sick job, man."
Do you remember
Like,
his name?
I think it was Darren. No, Marshall.
Okay, right.
Marshall.
Was
I
he
don't know.
Australian or?
No, American. They're
Oh,
all
so
American.
they all flew
Yeah,
over,
they all
yeah.
flew out. They're all doing the tour together. But it was just, I was just like, that is hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so
It'd be-
hats off to comedians, man. It's not an easy job.
For sure. Would you ever try stand up or nah?
Fuck no, I don't feel like my comedy. I feel like my best stuff is like reactionary.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
When I'm not planned. So a couple people have said, "Oh, you could try it one day," but I don't know.
That's what I mean. How do you plan a set? Like that seems so difficult.
Writing it and like
You got to fail so many times before it hits too, for sure. There'd be some like.
And how
critics
do
in
you
the
know if
audience.
it's funny?
Yeah.
It's
Imagine you tell a joke and no one.
That's
you're
what
just
I'm
like,
saying. Like, how
That's
do you
sync, bro.
like? Yes, it's funny to you, but is it funny to everyone else? That
Yeah.
whoever's consuming it, you know what I mean? That's the hard thing.
it's that thing too. Like you're standing in front of people and you're expected to make them laugh. Like we even went to a stand-up show in Perth maybe like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah, and they have like people can just like open mic shit. You know,
Yeah.
people can. Just,
And like people would stand up there and it's like the second, third time they've done it and like they're just not good. And no one's laughing. And then bro,
Yeah, I think that's probably one of my biggest fears.
you know what the thing is?
Going up there and trying to bust it and like, yeah, this is the punchline, and everyone's just like,
Yeah. And then you start laughing at your own joke. And then that's when you know like, fuck.
oh,
'Cause you hear
well,
no one else
we'll just move on then. Yeah, no, it's tough. It's
Yeah,
a
no,
tough
I don't know if I could do it. Like there's been thoughts going through my head like maybe I'll try, but no chance.
It's a tough gig, bro. So you've been Sydney. You live Sydney. Been to Melbourne. What do you reckon? What are your favourite places? Do you like Sydney more than Melbourne? Are there certain things about it?
For me, where I'm at in my life right now, so I'm like obviously late 20s, 28. I think Sydney's probably best for you because it's like whatever you want to do during the day, like if you want a day drink, you know, you can go Coogee Pav, you know, that kind of vibe. I'm more that, and I'm in bed by 1, 2. If you want to party and stuff, like Melbourne's obviously where you want to be. Do you know what I mean? But I'm probably a little bit past that, to be honest.
Melbourne's fucking cold too.
Melbourne's
we went there for like
it's freezing.
4 or 5 days, and it
is cold.
freezing.
It is cold. I'm not even gonna front on that. Last time I went to Melbourne, it was freezing.
Yeah.
So
like Sydney compared to where you come from in the UK.
yeah.
No question.
Oh yeah, man. I think anyone.
And you said you've lived a few other places.
Yeah,
Maybe comparing it like
I've
Australia to those places too.
So I've lived in America for quite a long time.
What was that like?
I lived in America for like 6 years. It was good. I was there when I was playing football over there professionally and in college and stuff. It was good, but I always say America's like Australia on steroids.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So just imagine like Sydney or here or wherever, but just like everyone's just louder, everyone's just getting more drunk, and it's like there's just more. Everything's just bigger. A small
And the people.
a
as well.
small in America, like a Coke can is like smalls like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can go into McDonald's and get refillable drinks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
Where in America were you based?
I was in Atlanta in North Carolina.
Okay.
So yeah, my dad lives over there.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So got quite a bit of family over there, but I definitely prefer Australia. I think Australia is the best balance between UK and America. I think it's like right in the middle. So,
How do you find the banter is between? So obviously in America, we've noticed with Americans it's a lot harder to make jokes and like have that back and forth like banter. How is it between like you and Australians when you first came here?
I think Australians take banter really well.
Yeah.
I think you guys like being roasted. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like, because even when I was first starting off TikTok, I was mainly just roasting Aussies, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was like, why is this guy walking around with bare feet, bro? Do you know what I mean? Like, put some shoes on. What are you doing, bro? I was just roasting, and I think you guys were like, oh shit, like that's how someone else sees the culture, and it's kind of funny. Whereas like, I feel like if you did that in America, and I was like, why the hell are Americans so loud? They'll be like, fuck off back to the UK.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I rarely get like, go back to England. I'll get, oh no, this guy's funny. He's getting the culture. And I think you guys like it also when you embrace the culture and like, you know, try and learn about it, which I try to do. So
100%.
no, I love it.
That's
Are there things when you got here? I've seen a TikTok trend lately, and it's like things I don't understand as a person from the UK living in America. Were there things when you came to Australia you were like, what the fuck?
Well, I think obviously the first one I've said quite a lot is the use of the word cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like another word here.
Yes.
Not the same in...
But it's like
Do
the
they
way
even use
the
it
way
in
you
America?
guys say it, it sounds so good.
yeah.
The accent?
Yeah. Like that's what I've noticed between England and Aussie accent. Like when you say, "Oh, good cunt," he's fucking sick cunt. Like it sounds better than like cunt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That sounds so
Yours
harsh.
sounds heavy, bro.
Yeah, it sounds
Like-
so harsh. Like the way you guys say it, I can
So
understand.
you don't use it in an endearing way over there. It's more like
Nah. It's more like that's one of the worst things.
Do they
you
use
could
it
say
in
to someone.
America?
In America, I think it's even worse.
Okay,
Like, if you-
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I reckon like you've always like shitting on someone's like grave if you just call them a cunt in America.
Yeah, you're right. It does sound a bit more harsh with the UK accent, doesn't it?
Yeah, the
as
slang.
friendly.
I do like the Aussie slang, like ranger. I did one about ranger. That one was funny. Because I was thinking about it one day. I was like, hold on, it's just a ginger person.
Yeah.
So Ranga, is that only
But
us?
but I
Wow.
didn't know it originated from orangutan,
Yeah.
which is like, you know.
Oh, I see. I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, a lot of people were
myself, yeah.
commenting that. I had no idea. So I was
Yeah.
like, ranger, like that's just a ginger, but she's ranger. I'm like,
How does that work?
it's a violation of the highest order. It's terrible. Like, imagine you're just going up to someone and saying you're ginger, but that's ginger person. Do you know? It's actually mad.
Yeah,
but
no, it's-
Yeah, they have a
part
tough
Aussie
life, bro.
yeah,
They
it's
like...
part of Aussie culture. They've got to have a tough skin, gingers.
That's actually like a fear of mine, having a rang a child.
Oh, fuck. Do you just dye their hair from the day? They're just going to get roasted their whole life,
Getting
bro.
some scientific surgery. for that.
Yeah.
so you can change it. But remember when like it was like a trend to have like gingerish reddish hair? Do you remember that?
Not really, no.
Maybe it was just an English thing then. There was a trend where everyone wanted like that red. But
Boys and girls?
Nah, girls.
Okay.
But I guess it was more like that Rihanna red. But I guess,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
The Rihanna
not
red.
the natural, not the like the freckly, like the
not the freckly, but it was Rihanna red.
yeah. The ones who can do it by choice.
Yeah.
I feel like the real Rangers, like, they'd be annoyed by that because they're like, damn, I've been slated my whole life.
Yeah, now it's a trend.
Now it's a trend,
Yeah.
but I can't get rid of it, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of them try and do like the ones that are a bit lighter go blonde. You know what I mean? And try and cover it up.
I actually do feel for them though, because they have had it tough. Like imagine growing up, especially like primary school, you're just getting called Ranga, red hair, freckle girl, freckle boy.
That's what I'm saying.
it's actually
Gingers
brutal now
have
that
got
I
to have
think
a
about
tough
it.
skin,
Yeah.
bro.
And as I was saying, like, I could still live with a Ranga kid. I'm not saying like, oh, it's going to be the worst thing ever. I just like, you're having a kid, bringing them into a world where people will dislike them just by the way they look. Like.
That's it's like being black, but you know. just gonna say it. Everyone's thinking about it, so I'm gonna put it out there.
I didn't want to say
it. Yeah, it's a tough life, man.
Nah.
A thick skin. That's what I said. It's almost like a Ranga is like it's not even. It's nowhere near, but it's like you've got 20% of what it's almost like being black.
Yeah,
It's like 20%.
yeah.
You copy it.
They're getting like a
But they're
little
like,
taste.
Yeah, you get like a tiny taste. It is tough. They got to have a little bit of thick
Do you
skin for
find
sure.
like, have you had much of like racism compared like UK, US and Australia? Is it similar?
That's
Like,
the crazy thing is between UK, America, and Australia. Me personally, I can't speak on anyone else. Can I speak from my personal opinion? I've had least amount probably here and UK. I feel like here's in between UK and America.
Right.
okay.
Whereas UK, I think they're a bit more ahead in terms of how they've adapted culture and how everyone's. Because my parents, I was born in London, like around like there was Nigerian families everywhere, like in the heart of London. Like it's very multicultural here. It's especially in Sydney, it's a little bit more segregated. People are in the time, but I think it's a bit more segregated. And then in America, it's just like racism, just like in your face.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like that bad?
Yeah, it's in your face. Like I've been, especially living over there for 6 years, you can just see it from just different areas you are. You can just see it, yeah.
Well, so some areas are a bit more like accepting and others.
Yeah. Some areas, like if and it also depends about money.
Oh, really?
Money is a huge thing in America because in America, my dad lived in like one of the probably wealthiest areas in America because he had a really good job.
Yeah.
But I'd still get pulled over by the police because they're like, oh, it's a black guy driving a nice car. In
So
this
that's
area.
for no reason.
Yeah,
And like when they come up to the door, are they like a bit?
100%. It's not like, and the thing is like you always get a talk from the parents, just yes sir, yes ma'am, just in case.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just even though everything you're doing is legal, you still feel that hostility from the
Straight
cops.
away?
Straight away.
That's
yeah.
nuts.
That's the one thing I wouldn't think that happened over here or in the UK. In the UK, lived there most of my life, never ever had any problems with the police.
The one thing I noticed, because I'm a big fan of UK culture, just growing up, like I guess being involved in like football or soccer, like I just love the Premier League, and like then I started listening to like UK music, like, and I was listening to like Kano, Wiley, Getz.
Early ones,
early.
yeah, the
And then it
Godfathers.
evolved into like Skepta and
Yeah,
JME and that
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
And I remember watching a series that JME used to do on YouTube where he was getting pulled over by cops for nothing, and he would just have a camera there at all times to make sure nothing went wrong. And like it was just a big eye opener for me, obviously coming from like a privileged background, to learn more about what is actually happening. And it was just good to see it actually like documented.
That's what I'm saying. I think nowadays they say nothing's changed, but the cameras, you can just
Oh yeah, the
record it.
cameras are on
Yeah.
because anyone can pull out a camera
That's
in
what
a
I'm saying.
second.
As long as you just pull out that camera and start recording, you can see the whole interaction, you know. And it is obviously racial profiling. If you got a nice car and you're black, coloured, whatever, they don't know if it's legal that you're driving it because they might think you're a drug dealer just because you're black. Do you know what I mean? So that is 100% a thing in the UK as well. Happens a lot, especially in and around London. But just got to deal with it, man.
That's crazy though about America. I guess that stereotype's true. Like what
Bro,
you hear and see.
America is. I wouldn't want to raise my kids there. Put it that way. Right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to raise
It
my
just
kids
seems
there.
mad. Like everything you hear in the media about, like, you know, the media always blows things out of proportion, but it seems quite real over there. Like
It's like a real life GTA, man. Honestly, it's real life GTA. You can go buy you can. I remember I watched something that is like there was a series and it's like you're not old enough to drive a car, but you can go buy a gun.
That's wild.
What?
Okay, and it's in.
You can go buy a shotgun or something.
It's in the stores, right?
You can go and purchase it. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. It's mad to me. So
did you
and I
notice
think,
like heaps of crime and violence over there, like relative to here, or is that not?
Not really, but it'd always be like, be careful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It'd always be like parents and dad and whoever, or even just staff would be careful. There was a shooting, blah, 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 be careful. Do you know what I mean? It was always that, and you're always like, just not on edge, but you're like, all right, just gotta watch myself a little bit, depending on where you're going. Do you know what I mean? That was all it really was.
And what about there's a few other places you said you live?
Yeah, I lived in
How are these places to live?
Italy and Holland. Holland was sick. Loved Holland. Was there for a short time.
How about the people in Holland? Like
I
average
did-
height, tall.
Yeah, they're all tall there.
The thing that baffled me a little bit about Holland was everyone spoke English. Everyone was bilingual.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So I'm going to KFC and I'm talking to her in English and she's speaking back to me in English.
Yeah.
And then she talks to him in Dutch.
They speak it perfectly as well.
And I'm like, English, we're so stuck up. Like we just speak English.
Yeah, it makes you
I know,
feel stupid,
it
bro.
does,
Yeah.
I'm like, we just speak one language and I know it's like the most spoken language all across the world, but it's like everyone's bilingual, but apart from people that
And then I went to Europe last year with my girlfriend, and I found that like even the ones who they'll say their English is bad, it's like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, bro, we're having a proper conversation.
Yeah.
Like, and it's crazy how like it makes you feel ignorant.
Yeah,
it's
it
crazy.
does.
They speak it so good.
For sure.
You know what's crazy? The Dutch language, like it sounds
Like I
mad.
thought it sounds like The Sims. It sounds weird, bro. I reckon that's where they
it's
got
like
that shit
Hoist
from.
Heinz. It's like a little. I think it's a mix between German and something else.
Yeah, it sounds.
like
it's interesting to listen.
in between.
To. It's
Did
funny.
you pick up on like some things over there? Or was
Nah, all I knew how to say was I don't speak Dutch.
it okay?
You could probably just say it like that over there. They get it.
That was it. That's all I used to say. And then be like, oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
they just speak English to me.
That's crazy.
And then what? Italy as well.
Italy was pretty racist as well because, I don't know, Italy just felt like it was super far behind. It's one of them countries that
they're living in like the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, even the infrastructure I found like it's not as
just wasn't really an enjoyable experience when I was over there. It felt really, really, really racist, to be
Yeah,
honest.
we've heard that even Mario Ballatelli
Yeah,
when he was
bro.
playing over
That's
there.
what I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro. You're playing for
and he was like their main striker.
playing for a
years
club and then you're
years, bro.
getting racist chants from the club that you're playing for. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't make
Crazy.
sense to me. But it's almost like part of the it's almost like accepted, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So everyone just leaves them alone and knows that they're racist and just stays over there. It's fucking weird, bruv.
Should we move on to a voice message?
Yeah, we got one in this week.
So you get
so-
what's the voice messages you're getting?
Oh, just random things.
I actually can't remember what this one's about, but I guess
Yeah.
we'll find out.
It's
eh?
good. Dylan like filters through everything through the show because
Jeez.
I normally take the editing side and he does all of like the production side.
Yeah,
So he'll listen to stuff before me. So it's cool because
Here we
we've
go.
also got a segment called Funny or Not, which will be
Oh.
on a bit later. And it's basically we've got 2 people that have sent in jokes.
The
right?
problem with these ones is that we don't actually listen to them before, so
That's
it's
just
a bit
'cause you get
more
the
of a-
original reaction, yeah.
Watch it
so-
be a racist one.
Yeah, all the stuff we've been
It'll
talking
be
about
horrible.
today.
Yeah. It'll just be like the worst shit.
Yeah, it just starts off with a black guy and a white guy walk into a bar. You know the ones you're like, oh shit.
You already
Here
know
we-
what's coming,
Here
eh?
we go.
This isn't a joke. This is just a regular voice message.
Hey guys, so I have a bit of an ick when they come and stay at your house and they rock up and they have a fucking Woolies or Coles bag. I don't care who you are, but you don't come and stay at someone's house with one of those bags. It's just an ick. Red flag straight up.
With
That's
the
valid.
plastic Coles
That's
bag.
valid.
That's
Yeah,
dirty.
100%. Why
Yeah, that's
do you need a
nasty.
plastic bag? What
So he's sleeping over and he's
what-
bringing the Coles bag with his
What
with
is
his
in that plastic
pajamas,
bag
bro?
that couldn't go in a backpack?
Yeah.
He's got his toothbrush, his
There's
boxes.
so many different types of bags you could bring, and he's
Nah,
bringing a Coles one.
Not gonna
Duffel
lie,
bag.
If a girl done that to me,
Woolworths bag.
Get out.
Oh,
That's insane.
yes, that's too
that's
far.
nasty.
Unless
eh?
you've just come from the shops, but even then, like I'd be bringing a separate bag.
Yeah. Damn. Who's
Yeah,
she, wait, but who's she
whoever's
hanging
doing
around
that,
with,
you
bro?
need to stop doing that.
Who's she, how many guys have showed up to her house like that?
I wanna,
Yeah, like, why
we need to know if this is a thing or not. Like, do people show up with
what type of
Woolies
guys
and
is she hanging out with?
Coles bags?
Because if like, okay, I've never done it, you've never done it. I assume you've
Not in
done
the
it.
Coles bag, bro.
So then, like, who is doing it? Who are these people?
Yeah, who is it?
But we've had the standard of some blokes is pretty low, bro.
Oh, some of
It's
the
unbelievable.
The icks and stories we've heard have been mad. Like, how about there was a guy who was so drunk he shat on the floor of a one night stand.
Yeah.
I've got a story of a guy who used to do that. Well,
Let's get into it. We'll go into it now.
yeah, basically when No, this is when I was living in America, right? You got
That's some Americans.
So this is the story of this one. I'm living in America. It's like spring break.
Yeah.
And this guy, he's fucking good looking guy, man. Like he pulls girls
Yeah,
like
yeah,
9
yeah.
out of 10s, like fucking good looking guy from where we were. And whenever he was drunk, he'd always get like a little bit weird.
Okay.
And we weren't, no one really thought anything of it. So we'll go out, big group, we go out together, right?
Right.
We're staying at a hotel, really nice hotel. You can see the beach view, whatever from it. We all go out day drinking. Max is his name. No one's going to know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
We're all like, oh, Max has fucking gone back. And we're like, oh yeah, we'll see him later, 2 hours later. We come back. One of the girls, we're going in. One of the girls goes, don't go in there. Max has gone crazy. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Go in there. We go in the bedroom. When I say there's shit on the walls. On the walls, on the bed covers, on the...
Is he in the room?
And he's in the room, like, on the bed, like, like, doing some fucking... I would never, ever forget it. But, like, you got to think, like, there's two girls come in that are, like, want Max, and they see that, and they're, like, almost throw up and, like, leave.
They want a refund.
They leave, and I was just like...
Would have been impressive if he still was able to get the job done. I guess he's not a...
After you've done that, bro, you don't deserve it.
So what, he was just on the bed just like...
Yeah, doing some... I don't even know what
happened
doing.
to...
How's it on the walls?
what
I
happened
had no idea.
So what happened to Max in the end?
I don't know what he's doing. I think he's got a couple kids in Colorado somewhere. He's made it. He's made it to someone.
Is American college and spring break as crazy as it like? Is it like the movies or not at all? Oh, it is.
Nah, it's crazy.
Okay, yeah.
When I think it's changed now because when I went was I want to say 2018, 2017, around that time.
So just before you moved to Australia?
Yeah, kind of before that. And they do this thing where you can go buy beads from the store.
Beads.
They're like, I don't even know. It's a weird fucking rule.
Okay.
You go buy beads, like the really cheap ones, they're like $10 each.
Yeah.
You get a bunch of them.
Like wooden ones or like colourful ones?
Yeah,
or?
colourful ones,
Okay,
but
right.
they're super cheap. They go around, they're almost like a big necklace.
Right, yeah.
And you just go up to a girl and she goes, I want the beads. You give her the beads and she just like flashes her tits.
Oh shit, that's some American
Fuck,
shit.
yeah,
eh?
that's as American as it gets.
I guess that's consent, isn't
Yeah,
it? If
yeah,
you have
yeah,
the beads.
because what guys will do, they'll have loads. They'll have like a
just-
chain, and by the end of it, you've got none left because you've just been handing them out, and girls have
right.
just been.
Man, that is some spring break.
Yeah,
shit.
some spring break
Did you
shit.
find being like from the UK in America? Was it like an aid? Did women love it? Like being English?
Yeah, they love the English accent. They fucking frothed it.
Yeah.
But the thing about America is you're so low in the pecking order because there's too many good-looking guys.
Oh, really?
Like they've got NBA players there.
Yeah.
They got all the stars of
NFL players.
yeah,
then you got the
everything.
fucking guys that fucking rap.
Yeah,
like
they got like four
the pecking
tiers
orders.
of high
You're just
athletes,
you're
actors, singers,
low
rappers.
on the pecking order anyway. Your accent can only take you so much. You know what I mean? They want the dude that's going to go to the NBA. They don't give a fuck about your accent.
So the fame and stuff over there plays a big,
Oh,
big
100%.
role. Yeah.
Because they know, because that's such a dominant thing in their culture. Sport is so huge in America. It is over here as well, but it's almost like a religion over there.
Did you go to some games over there?
I went to some NFL games as well.
Pretty good?
Pretty good, yeah. Atmosphere at NFL games is amazing. It's almost, I would say it's probably a little bit like the AFL atmosphere in terms of like people were drinking from early. It's like a whole day kind of thing, yeah.
True.
Yeah, don't they like tailgate out the front or something?
Yeah,
I've seen
crazy.
videos
It's
of
crazy.
that.
And the college NFL is bigger than the NFL.
Oh, really? What,
It-
goes nuts?
in terms of crowds?
I saw one
weird.
of those Texas games had like over 100,000 people.
Yeah. Over here, like high school and I guess university sports is dead. Just
Oh,
get like 5 people.
That's
bro.
what I wanted to ask. So your school in the UK, like your high school, what do you call it over there?
Yeah, they could just call it secondary school, high school.
Secondary school, right. How was like the sporting programs and stuff at your school?
It was good. It's mainly based around like football. Athletics was huge.
Yeah.
They're big in the athletics and getting people into athletics and like rugby, I'd say. But it's mainly football. It's like everyone, it's like your school teams derived of people from like different academy. Like you might have someone from Chelsea Academy, someone from Luton Academy, someone from Barnet, and then you're all playing for the same team and you play against. It's like everyone's playing academy football.
Is the level there of football is just insane? Like your average bloke at like 5-a-side, just nuts.
It's nuts. The level's so high, and I only managed to get to like National League level, which is like 5th tier, like National League life. But it's so hard to make it in England that even the dudes in my head, when I think back when I was like 15, 14, the dudes that are like, oh yeah, this guy's fucking made it. Like he's way above. That guy didn't even make it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like even when I think back to it, I'm like, it's so hard to make it.
Is there anyone you know of you like maybe academy with, played against or anything that's like big time?
I'm trying to think. I've got a couple friends I got one friend in Championship, I think I don't know if it's Championship or League One.
And
Ipswich.
would he just tear it up?
Ipswich. He was so good that he was scouted by Aston Villa at like 12.
Oh, so he's just at like under 12, just killing.
He was gone.
kids.
Like he was in the Luton town system, and then like we just didn't see him, and he went to Aston
You
Villa.
sort of need to do
But
it
even
at a young age.
But even Aston Villa, he didn't make it at Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And he was,
but it's like a trickle down system, right? So it's like there's 5 leagues.
Yeah.
The lower you start, the harder it is. So say you start at Chelsea Academy, right? And you play to Chelsea to 16s, and Chelsea go at 16, you're not good enough. Then you'll just go Championship team.
That's
which
like Declan Rice story, isn't it? Went down, but then
exactly.
he still made it.
But if you start Luton, which is the 5th tier,
it's hard to.
you don't make it at Luton, you're just going down to semi-pro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it just depends what level you.
That's probably why
start at.
Australia is like so behind in the development of players. Like we just don't have that scouting at a young age. We don't have the.
But
the academies,
it's the A-League too. Like if the
A-League.
Australian league was strong, then there'd be a better
We did have a
chance.
prime like that. I think before the A-League, the old league. So yeah, we had the NSL, and people like refer to that as like the glory days. And I guess you saw that with the players we had in the development, but now it's died off.
Yeah,
Man.
I think, and also that they made that decision to have the finals in Sydney for the next 3 years, which fans had an uproar out.
Yeah.
It's in a
Yeah,
tough
that
place.
went
at the
crazy,
moment.
eh?
It's in-
Yeah.
it's
Do
in a
you
tough
think
place.
it should be at like the home ground of the team that finishes on top? Or
Yeah,
like-
well, I didn't know in terms of the history. Like there was, I think even over here, there was one. No, Adelaide. Sorry, there was one time in Adelaide where Adelaide made the finals, and it was just crazy. All the fans went, and I think that's the whole point in finishing first. That you get that advantage. It's almost like there's no advantage to finishing first now. So I do agree with it in that sense. But the A-League did it from a marketing point of view because they were getting money injected into them from the government or whatever.
which makes it harder because they need money.
They need money, so I understand it, but I
Yeah.
think it's just the way in which they went about it that made the fans be like, what the fuck?
It's a bit of an Australian thing because obviously the AFL's always at the MCG.
Yeah, it's
like
always in
100-year
Melbourne.
contract and stuff.
100-year contract.
Yeah, it's wild, bro.
That is nuts. What?
To be fair,
What if the MGC like burns down? Like what? Like, what the fuck are you man gonna do? Where are you gonna have it then? Bro, you can't predict that far into the future. That's actually nuts.
it's a really old stadium too. Like I went there last year to watch a game, and the seats are like really old, and
it's just like historically, that's why it's there.
it's 100,000 capacity.
Yeah.
So it's the biggest stadium in Australia. So you understand why they do it because you can get the most people there. But there was almost a time where the two Western Australian teams nearly made the grand final. Imagine if both Perth
you have
teams had to
trek
go
to
over.
Melbourne.
Wow, yeah.
And
All your fans trying to get, that would have been a nightmare.
There's people like hire buses and do the drive across the Nullarbor.
How long is that?
Fucking days.
Yeah, it takes days.
Fuck,
bro.
no.
They get in buses and shit and just.
I'm actually going to
What?
check how long it takes.
Because you'd have to stop. You wouldn't go. Oh, maybe.
Oh yeah, let's go from where we are now
To
to
Melbourne. MCG.
MCG. Okay, by car. MCG Melbourne. All right. Driving, it would take. Come on, 1 day and 12 hours.
Jesus
3,500 kilometers.
Nah, bro.
That's 2 days because you
Because you stop on the way.
Yeah.
You got,
That's almost 3 days.
Feel
that's just pure. Yeah, nah,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
That's crazy.
Even if that's Chelsea, I'm probably not doing that.
Yeah.
and there'd be no view. That's just desert road.
Oh man.
That's
100%.
that. You go for a footy team? We were having a little chat earlier.
Yeah, I'm still in the midst of picking. Like I've had my I'll just say it. I've been swayed by a few teams, so it's kind of looking Sydney team. But I was talking to Collingwood as well.
Okay.
But what's Collingwood's like the most hated team apparently.
Oh,
They
they're
don't get a lot of love.
loved by their people.
They're a good team to
Yeah.
go for though, because they're usually up there. They'll
be good
they
again
get good
this year.
backing. Like
Yeah.
they're usually pretty good.
You don't want to really go for a team that's not going to win in the next 10 years. Like that's just
Because I'm in the West, so it would have made
Right.
more sense to
I'll go for like GWS.
GWS, but GWS is new.
Yeah.
They're still building, aren't they?
They don't really have an identity yet.
Well, they were really good for a while, but no one really went for them. Or
It's
cared a
because what
lot,
happened
you know?
was that with the new teams in the AFL wants to try and get them up to speed
Yeah.
and not get beaten by heaps every week. So they give them like the
Good
top
players.
draft picks.
Yeah, and funding as well. They get more
Yeah.
funding than other teams.
But now they've lost all of their good draft picks. Have gone, okay, we're shit now. Now we're going to go.
well,
Yeah.
they had their chance and they got smoked
They
in the
did.
grand
They did.
final. So
Oh man,
So, yeah.
it's a tough one. It's a tough one, but it probably will be a Sydney team just because it'll be easier for me to go to games and stuff like that. I want to be able to go to games, but I know Melbourne goes crazy for AFL, so I have to make a trip down there for one of those games for sure.
yeah, man.
Yeah, I have a Freo beanie, a new one in the car that I was going to
I
give
like the Freo Dockers.
We're not getting it anymore. but-
I like the theme song.
oh, do you?
Yeah. I was
A
listening
lot
to
of
the
people
theme song.
don't like it.
I actually liked it.
Okay.
I was a
There you
fan of
go.
it. I was a fan of it.
I did like those TikToks when you were going through all the theme songs.
Yeah.
My sister, I've got a younger sister. She likes those videos as well. Like because obviously we watch the AFL,
Yeah, you
but
don't-
she doesn't watch it enough to like love the sport as such. But she loves like theme songs and stuff like
It's
that.
good. It's good.
It's awesome. All right, funny or not?
Ooh.
Let's
Let's go. So we've got two
So what is this? They send in voice notes
Yeah,
or jokes?
I think some are like written, some are voice notes.
Yeah, they're voice notes.
Both of
'cause-
these ones are. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And then what we'll do is we'll either laugh or we won't
You
laugh.
just got to, and then we give a little rating.
Yeah, out of 10.
Out of 10.
What's
yeah.
the bet? We've had maybe like an 8.
We had an 8. We had a really, I guess, some people would say an inappropriate joke, and it banged on TikTok. So
Anything inappropriate will bang on TikTok
Yeah.
for sure.
exactly.
You know.
All right, let's get into it.
That.
What's up, Jamo Dyl? Recently, my mum died, and we couldn't remember her blood type. But as she died, she kept telling us to be positive. It's just been so hard to deal without her, though.
Bit
What?
shit.
Where was the joke?
Be positive is a blood type.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
That's dead.
That's flown
That-
straight
that-
over my head.
That's not a.
That's flown
yeah.
straight over my head.
No, that sucks. Then it sucks because we don't listen to them beforehand. So like
Oh.
now,
That's the disappointment that comes with it.
Yeah,
You know? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's
Yeah,
bad.
it's
That's
true.
life.
That's it.
now I feel like we presented you with shit.
No, that's,
Like,
it's fine. It happens.
Should we play the one that banged on TikTok after?
yeah, we can even
brick
show
one?
him after the episode.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you
We'll
want.
show you the brick joke.
But yeah, that one was not high at all. That's like a 0.
Nah, that's a
because
low
like we
one.
didn't laugh. We were almost like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah, I was trying
And
to
he called me
figure
Jamo, but I'm actually Jamo. So,
Everyone calls you
That's
J-Mode.
yeah, no, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Jamo.
Jamo, that's it. More Australian.
Jamo. Jamo, mate. Definitely not. Aussie as it gets, mate.
Are you dropping mates all the time now? Are you starting to get the hang of
my
it?
boys are roasting me because I just stuff just slips out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like what do I always say?
You do like a how's it going and stuff?
Yeah, no. I think it's the mate on the end
Mate,
of
yeah. Did like you went back to the UK for a holiday recently?
yeah.
Did you like accidentally slip some things out
Yeah,
there?
yeah. And the thing is, I don't notice it. My boys will just like I'll say after, oh right, like right. You know what I mean? Like sometimes,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
like a little right, and then they're like, "Fuck, did you just say?"
It's weird. Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, I was right, yeah, right."
I saw that.
You know what I mean?
UK at a bit.
Yeah, UK.
Yeah.
I was sorry, bro.
I saw that video with Joel.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love
reacting
him.
to like AFL and
I
stuff.
love him.
And like I've watched him with like Beatties and stuff like that. So no,
It was
that
good to see
cool.
that. He wants to come over. I'm trying to get him to come over.
Yeah,
so
that'd be-
hopefully in the
that'd be
next
sick.
next year. Well, there's loads of UK creators coming over. Chunks, Philly.
Why are they coming to
They're going to Melbourne, yeah. Chunks, Philly, Harry Panero.
What are they doing that for?
I don't know what they're doing, but I'm trying to get involved in it.
Yeah, I'd love to. As
Are you
well.
trying to get involved with KSI and Logan coming
Oh,
here?
yeah. Fingers crossed I can get a video with him. I just want a video with him.
Yeah.
With KSI. I'm not, like, I don't really care about Logan that much, but KSI.
Are you going to go to that event?
Yeah. I think I'm thinking of just going there and pulling up and just seeing like
What happens?
just seeing what happens
Yeah.
because it's going to be a
We might
long,
do it as well.
Yeah.
going to be a long line of
It's
It's in a weird spot, bro. Midvale. It's a bit
Is
of
it?
a, like
It's
bit of a shithole. You know
It's
what I
a
mean?
weird area. Like if they could have
that's good.
chosen, yeah, no,
Oh, there'll be some people. That's good.
And it's like first 2,000 people in the line get a free bottle of Prime. Right?
There'll be like 10,000 kids
good
there. They'll go
marketing.
nuts.
It
They
will-
don't realize that Perth's desperate for anything, bro. Like we'll go
so
crazy.
they don't realize
It'll be-
what chaos they've
No,
just,
no,
they've
way,
caused.
bro.
You know what would be good for you
Yeah.
is to do your interviews there with the people in the line because you're going to have thousands of people.
Yeah, it's true. I might just run. Yeah, I might just run that one.
Something to think about. But yeah, we might go down. But like, I reckon they'll only be there for a 2-3 hour period maybe.
Yeah.
And there'll be far too many people to see. Are they? And then
Oh,
they'll
no,
have
they're
to
not.
cut the line.
They're
and
not.
then-
They're not going to be able to like come out and say hello or take pictures.
Yeah.
Of anyone. They'll probably have to. Probably be like they walk through the crowd and everyone sees them. Yeah, okay, and then they leave. That's probably what's going
Yeah.
to be.
I've never been to this shopping centre. It's not like
Never
a big
in my
one.
life.
It's so
This
weird.
is a weird area.
Oh, it's not even like a big
No.
No, not
shopping
at all.
centre.
You would never go to Midvale for anything ever.
It is
It's
a
never
shock
even
to
spoken
us
about.
that it's that venue.
What?
It's not even a venue. I heard that because the shopping centre's like too small, they're going to have to do it in the car park. If you do it in the car park in the heat,
Oh
that will
lord.
be outrageous.
All I know is in England,
I think
right?
Saturday's a toasty day.
In England,
Yeah.
these bottles are going for £8. Like my boys
Yeah.
are telling me, which is kind of like 20,
Is it-
25 bucks
good?
here.
Have you tried it?
I haven't tried it, but my boys were telling me that it's like any other energy drink.
But it's
But,
just because they're
because it's
faces,
them,
yeah.
it's seen as
They got
premium.
those like Arsenal sponsorship, UFC sponsorship.
Yeah, exactly.
killing it.
They've marketed it like
But it would be crazy to meet
Geniuses.
KSI. I
It
watched
would
so much
be.
of his stuff growing up, man.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be
KSI?
great. Yeah, I watched
Yeah.
heaps of
OG
I feel like
YouTuber.
the UK YouTubers like resonated well with Australians. So like we both watched lots of UK YouTubers growing up more than like American ones.
That was like, it was surreal. We did a trip to Melbourne and we went on the Fellas podcast, which is Cal Freezy's.
Oh,
podcast.
what?
That was so sick.
Nah.
Yeah,
Because
that
we-
was crazy. We were so nervous beforehand. bro.
Really?
We were
He's
like-
huge in the
Yeah.
UK. Massive.
All right, one more to
Yeah,
go.
that was elite. One more. Let's see what.
Hopefully it's better than the last one. You can't not be better than the last one. Let's go.
They can't do surveys in Afghanistan anymore. It's because of the Taliban.
That's just like, it's not great, is it?
No,
No.
that's not great at all.
It's not good at all.
I'm giving that about 4 out of 10.
I'm giving it like
Does it beat
2.
the first one?
Yeah, it beats
Well,
the
yeah,
first
it
one.
beats
Well,
the
you can beat
first
a
one.
0. Like,
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not
up
always
there.
hits in this show.
That's
you
the
know?
thing,
That's the
like-
thing. You don't know what you're going to get. Like we like
That's-
to leave the surprise to ourselves sometimes.
That's good.
these shows go out on a Monday morning, and like a lot of people listen on the way to work or something,
Mm.
right? And some weeks they'll be laughing, they'll be wetting themselves in the car.
Yeah.
But this week they'll be disappointed.
Happens.
It does happen.
Oh, well.
It is what it is. All right.
At least we're happy.
We'll ask you one last question.
Let's go.
We ask all of our guests this question. All right. When all is said and done, when you're gone, how would you like to be remembered?
As someone who didn't take himself too seriously, but still managed to impact a lot of people.
I love that.
Positive impact.
That's awesome. Olan, thanks for coming on, mate.
Thank you guys for having
Also,
me,
plug
man.
all your stuff right now.
Yeah, Olan Tekkerz on everything. YouTube, TikTok, Insta. Just got verified on there, so check that one out.
Awesome.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a big one.
Yeah. I can't use it because I got misses, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? That's the only reason why people want to tick.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we wanted to get guests on the show.
Yeah.
Like, it's easier.
Oh, because you come up first? Yeah, it's true.
it's
true.
not all about women, but
You always see like the athletes.
I've missed the list.
You always see the athletes with like 3,000 followers, but they get the tick because they're and you're already.
yeah, they might never play a
right?
game, but they got the tick.
Yeah.
They got the tick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
It
That's
carries
it.
a lot of weight in this world.
It
eh?
does. It does. It's just kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it is, but yeah, we'd love one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we've got
surprised you guys got one on TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah.
On TikTok, yeah, but not Instagram. That's a hard one to
How did
crack.
you go about it?
You just got to submit websites that have picked up your stuff.
I think we've been on many websites.
No, we haven't.
Maybe we'll create some.
Yeah.
Websites or
News article or some shit, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We should.
I'm lucky that I've had like just shit that's been picked up by like Daily Mail and
Oh, true. Yeah.
like the Aussie culture thing. So I'm kind of lucky.
Cool. We'll send some emails and make it work.
Yeah.
'Cause that would help us for sure. But thanks for coming on, mate. It was an absolute pleasure. We hope you enjoy your time in Perth. Happy to have you. And yeah, cheers. See you next week.
See you guys soon.
Thank you for listening to the Jamo and Dylan Show. Make sure to subscribe to the boys on YouTube and share the podcast with a mate.